Good morning, all. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for this Wednesday, and we're at the 16th of June, 2021. The time right now, 8:30 a.m. Now, you know the elephant in the room. That's the FOMC meeting today. We get the statement at 1 o'clock. A press conference comes on at 1:30. The market will be looking for any change in wording, which I don't think is going to take place, but that's my thought. What I do think the market will quickly focus on is the dot plot. And they'll be looking to see if there's been movement by the Fed members into 2022 for a quicker change at that point in time of rates going up. I still don't think there's anything going to happen this year, but that's me. We'll see what goes on. As for the markets, well, it's probably an evening up day more than anything, but it's been going on that way a good part of the week. You started off lower. In fact, you got a new break low going on in the Russell. You got down in the others, and they bounced from there. You're starting to make trade tops. You're down 80 cents roughly in the crude oil from the high. I think that's on borrowed time up here in the mid-70s. Natural gas giving up more as the weather has moderated. When we get to the grain markets, there was another sale, a good-sized sale this morning of corn to an unknown. That's generally China when that comes out that way. Bonds and notes very stable going into everything, along with the dollar. Not much movement there. In terms of the news today that has come out so far, the MBA mortgage numbers, well, as rates have fallen back from the 1.75 into under 1.5, you are looking at all the numbers up 4.2% in the index itself. If you look at the purchase index up 1.6, the refi up 5.5. You know, money follows money. That's easy. As for the housing starts, the good news is we got more starts going on, up 3.6%. The market expected up 4%, but that's still in line with it. The market was looking for a decline in the permits of 1.7%. They got 3%. So we're still feeling that impact of higher lumber, copper prices. But as I'm got my ear out there and I'm talking to people, those numbers have come down enough where we might see these numbers pick up a little bit. But that just keeps the housing market super tight. Import-export prices, we're seeing the first round of inflation hit. The import prices were up 1.1%. The prior month was up 0.7. They expected it up 0.7, so that's a little more. And we're exporting a bit higher prices, up 2.2%. It was expected up 0. Remember, we get the Fed meeting today. China had a lot of news come out today as well. Look at how fast the markets go from positive to negative. I mean, it's just instant. And you've got to be aware that this is the kind of day where things are going to jump on you one way or the other. As I said, China's news came out a little bit more of a slowing down. But, you know, this is what the U.S. keeps looking at. How did they come out of the pandemic? Then they burst to the upside. Now they're getting the pullbacks. Well, aren't we very similar? That's what the market will be looking at. And that's why the Fed's going to be using that word transitory. I expect it all over today's statement. I know a lot of people think that if the Fed does nothing, that we might get that inflation trade coming back on. We'll see. As you can see how fast these markets are moving, back and forth a lot. And I don't think any report just came out. I just think it's the open of the stock market, and people are now adjusting the portfolios back and forth through there. I want to remind you, if I could, my futures market. For those of you that want to keep up with what's going on here, this is one of the ways to do it. Twice a day I write market commentary. I write as though you're reading a Reader's Digest, a quick synopsis. It'll look like this, headlines, then my commentary following of the reports, what to expect, what the market's going to focus on that day. I think once you see it, you get hooked on it. Then my buy and sell recommendations come in. I back it up with my morning videos, and I'd like to put it all in your hands for free if you haven't tried it. You got nothing to lose. We're not going to ask you for a credit card. You decide if you like it. A free 2-week trial. How do you get it? It's simple. You go to our website at www.iraepstein.com. On the bottom right of that, you're going to see free offers. You can't beat that. That's the way that it works. And of course, for those of you that would like, you can get it all instant and more by just calling our staff Tell them the things you want, they'll work with you, and you'll have it all to you in 5 minutes. Does that make sense? I think it does. So I'm Ira Epstein. Can't wait to do the evening wrap-ups and talk about the markets. I might start doing some special reports on this as well. We'll have another webinar coming right around the corner as well on that, because I want to cover so much of these details. More on all that later. I'm Ira. You have a good day.